It feels too early to be recording a video like this. But yesterday I promised myself that I was gonna make the most of each day from now on, and that means, I guess, this. I apologize for if there's bad background noise. I know my audio quality isn't good. I'm recording this on my phone. This is a story this is something I shared on Twitter. Didn't get a lot of traction, but I mean, I didn't expect it to, because it's personal and no one cares. But it's kind of like my story about Unus Annus, like my experience with it. So the first time I saw Unus Annus, one of my friends was showing it to me because I was hyperfixating on Game Grumps at the time, and I loved the Game Grumps pole dance video with Markiplier, and I was like, dude, we have to watch it. And we watched it, and he was like, oh, you know, Markiplier, he just uploaded another pole dancing video on his other channel. So yeah, I was like, okay, you can play it, because I've been making him watch Game Grumps for a while. And I didn't know anything about the channel at the time. My friend was typing in, you know, Unus Annus pole dancing, and he was saying to me, yeah, Markiplier made a channel with Crank Gameplays. You probably don't know him, but they're like, they do like daily uploads and stuff. And I have an interesting history with Crank Gameplays. I think I wanted to be him when I was younger. A lot of the times I say he was like my gay awakening, because he was the first male crush that I had. I've been wanting Mark and Ethan to make more content together since I was like 10 or 11 years old. So I was like, of course I know who Crank Gameplays is, are you fucking kidding me? But I hadn't watched him in forever, like a very long time, 2018 I guess. And my friend showed me the video, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then they started to explain the whole channel to me, and you know, he told me about how it's temporary, how the channel is going to be deleted after a year, how to make daily uploads, and the whole point of it is to show that you know, we only have a limited amount of time. I don't think the deeper meaning of the channel had really hit me until the last 2 weeks, because I knew the channel had a limited lifespan. I was like, okay, it's the whole, you know, death's inevitable, we get it, okay, we get it. I'd started watching the channel at like 130 days left, 132, something like that. But I became super invested in it. Like I said, I get hyperfixations because I have ADHD, and Unus Annus became like top of that list. So I spent around 3 months doing like nothing but watching Unus Annus. There were a lot of minor impacts it had on me. Like, I'd never really thought deeply about death, but I mean, it made me consider things more. I became more comfortable with who I am as a person, but I think that's more of a just re-exposure to Mark and Ethan, who I really loved when I was a kid. They're just really great people, and you know, spending 6 hours a day watching them, I don't know, do you feel happier about yourself? I will also give a quick shout out to Ethan, my boy, for having ADHD, because that's actually how I realized I had it and got diagnosed, was because I was like, oh, that's not normal? That's an ADHD thing? But, I did start to kind of live by the idea that, like, oh yeah, life is short, I shouldn't worry about all this tiny shit, you know? But it wasn't, I didn't feel as strongly about it as I do now. In those last few weeks, when it all, like, hit me, those last few weeks made me think a lot. I remember I was putting off watching the Brutally Honest video for 3 days, I think, because I knew it was gonna make me have to accept that it's coming to an end, and I didn't want to accept it. I knew it was coming, but I just didn't want to think about it. When I did watch the video, it made me think about passage of time. It made me think about how I haven't really done anything with myself in the past 2 years. I've been enrolled in local college. I've been, just working through general ed. The only thing I've done that's like, oh, I don't have my skateboard in here. I'll put in a clip at the end, or maybe I'll put one in right now of me showing it. But only thing worthwhile I really did was start to skate. Look at my sick ass skateboard. Isn't that cool? Look at that spiral. Unus Annus. Hell yeah, baby. I think that video really changed my perspective on Unus Annus as a whole. The last time I really paid attention to Mark and Ethan was like 2016, when I was like obsessed with them, and seeing from the beginning of the year to the end of the year how much they'd grown in that small period of time, it was insane. And they put so much into that channel. They were so passionate about it. I think something about the fact that Mark and Ethan managed to succeed and do something like that just because they wanted to, just because they were committed to it, was just really cool to me. Like I said, I haven't really done anything with my life in the past 2 years. I've just kind of been here, just kind of going along with things, like, okay, I guess I gotta do college, I gotta do this, gotta do that. Quarantine happened, haven't really done anything productive, that whole thing. But I want to change that. I don't want to spend because I want to change that, because I don't want to. 2 years could become 4 years. 4 years could become 8 years, and I don't want to waste my whole life just doing nothing. Just going along with things and being passive about it. I've been making up excuses for a while now why I shouldn't do anything like this. Big ones are, I haven't transitioned yet. I want the internet's first big exposure to me to be when I'm someone I'm happier with, but that's probably not gonna happen for another 3 years. I don't want to spend 3 years doing nothing. I mean, I made other excuses like, oh, I'm too young to really know what I want to do, so why would I put all this time and effort into something when I know that, I'm hyperfixating. I'm just going to switch off at some point. I'm going to change to something else, and none of this will have mattered. But I don't care anymore. I don't care if this is just a momentary thing, because it's what I want to do. I don't think I'll ever be able to stick to one path in my life. There's so many different things I want to do, but part of me feels like this isn't a singular path. And I'm not saying that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I know it's... I don't know it's not, but I'm not saying that, oh, I'm positive that you know, YouTube or whatever is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But, you know, you can do a lot with YouTube. It's not just, you know, one thing. It's such a wide audience of people. There's so many different things I could do, and I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I guess this is kind of my first step to trying to take control of my life. I spent 12 hours of my life yesterday watching the final Unus Annus live stream, and I realized something. I realized that the only reason I've really come to these conclusions about my life is because of Mark and Ethan. It's because of Unus Annus, the whole channel. This is never something I would have normally thought about. I would have just continued on this route, you know, just kind of floated by. And I know it probably sounds dumb to say, oh, they changed my worldview so much, because, you know, these are people who duct tape each other to walls and shoot each other with paintballs and drink their own piss. Pea soda for the win. But I want to do something with my life. And I don't want to make excuses anymore. I don't want to say there's no point in doing it, because even if there is no point, I want to do it. Yesterday when I put this on Twitter, it was kind of a contract to myself. It was me saying, I'm not gonna let time just go by anymore. I'm gonna make the most of it. I guess in the true fashion of Unus Annus, the only thing I can really say is time marches on forever, and it's not stopping for anyone, and it's not stopping for me, and I've been going through a lot of shit lately. This has been one of the toughest months of my life, but I don't want that to stop me from doing this. I could barely get out of bed this morning, but I told myself, yesterday I said that this is what I was going to do, that I was going to make the most of my time, and I was just going to go for it. So here I am. Thank you, Unus Annus. I want to say thank you to Mark and Ethan, to Amy, the editors, the whole gang, anyone who's really a part of Unus Annus for I guess bringing this to a lot of people's attention, because I know it wasn't just me. The project that you guys made was really life-changing for so many people. So thank you. Well, what else can I really say but memento mori. Thank you, Unus Annus. You're gone now, but I spent so many fucking hours watching those videos, and I'm gonna remember them. You had a huge impact on so many people. So thank you.